anywhere from the 4th seed all the way down to the 9th seed. We're going to find out a lot here in the next 3 days.
And the Golden Grizzlies fans happy to see that man, Rocket Watts, back in the starting lineup as we check out the opening tip. It is in the air, and we are underway as Brandon Noel controls it, and the Wright State Raiders have it. Again, my name is Neil Rule. With my broadcast partner, Tony Paul. Happy you are with us on a Thursday night as we check out the starting lineups, brought to you by Henry Ford Health Systems. Alex Hubricks knocks down a mid-range jumper from the elbow to get things started for the Raiders.
This is a very good offensive team in Wright State, Neil. 80.7 points a game they're averaging. That's a good thing that for Oakland, that Rocket Watts is back. Missed 3 of the last 4 games, but one of their better defenders. They're going to need him tonight.
Keaton Hervey with the basketball to the right block. His shot is too strong. Rebound yanked down by Brandon Noel. And here come the Raiders in transition, and there you see the impact of Rocket Watts as he pokes that ball away.
Yeah, they missed him, obviously, in the last game against Detroit Mercy. It was ugly. I mean, Detroit Mercy, let's be honest, Oakland's owned that series, but Detroit Mercy housed them the other night. And a lot of it, Rocket Watts not there to help with Antoine Davis. That made a big difference.
Once again, that ball knocked out of bounds by the Golden Grizzlies. Andrew Wellage couldn't find his mark on the pass. There is Blake Lampman. He's looking to have a bounce back from last weekend.
Yeah, really, really struggling shooting the ball, Blake did.
Noel double-teamed in the post. Finke cuts and saves it. Shot clock down to 13. There is Trey Calvin. He pulls up mid-range off the front rim. People always talk about Antoine Davis. Trey Calvin can get it cooking as well. He's got a couple 30-plus point games on his resume.
Yeah, as good as Trey Calvin is at 20 points a game, Antoine Davis is at 27.
Yes.
To tell you the kind of season he's having.
Jalen Moore will step into the 3. Of course, Jalen Moore fills up to 3 to get the Golden Grizzlies the lead.
Jalen doesn't necessarily like to settle for that shot, but Wright State gave it to him there, and he gladly took it.
What was lost in that Detroit game was Jalen Moore. He had 37 points against the Titans. Drop step baseline smooth from Brandon Noel.
Yeah, Trey Calvin, Brandon Noel, 2 tall tasks that Oakland's going to have to contend with tonight. It was a good game the last time they met in January. 2-point game. Wright State, Oakland finally beat Wright State at Wright State.
And Brandon Noel in that contest had 14 points and 15 boards against the Golden Grizzlies. Down at the Nutter Center, he has been a force. Shot clock's down to 5. Not a lot happening. Jalen Moore will step back, launch another 3, and fill up another 3.
Boy, that's a good sign for Oakland. As bad as they've been from 3-point range this season, to hit their first 2 with Jalen Moore.
Hubricks fouled on the way up to the rim. And that will go against Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore on the season.
They just gave him the first one.
Yep.
And he felt so good with that, and then he just hopped back and took the second one. Good start here for Oakland.
Officials here today, Lamont Simpson, Edwin Young, and Jordan Love. Free throw from Hubricks is good. He's a 68% free throw shooter, but a 42% three-point shooter. Redshirt sophomore that shot 47% from 3 in high school. Knocks down a pair of free throws, and we're tied up at 6. Both teams 2 of 3 from the floor.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jalen's not going to get many looks like that again after he made his first 2. Not from 3-point range anyway.
Like Lampman has it, goes back to Jalen Moore.
Oh, he had another one.
Jalen Moore had that shot blocked. Great anticipation by Trey Calvin. Right wing 3. Finke barely drew iron, but an offensive rebound by Hubricks. Once again in the post, ball stripped, but a foul is called. They get Keaton Hervey. They did. Great defensive play by Trey Calvin that started all this. So Brandon Knoll steps to the free throw line. 80% free thrower on the year, and you could see it in that attempt. He had 23 points, 9 rebounds, couple of assists at Milwaukee. As we said a couple minutes ago, 14 points, 15 boards against Oakland. Left the second free throw short, and Jalen Moore steps in to claim the board. Keaton Hervey will go to Blake Lampman at the top. Lampman puts it on the floor. Jalen Moore into the paint, fadeaway jumper. That's off the front rim. The rebound was collected and then knocked away by Trey Townsend, but Welledge will keep it. Right side, catch and fire three. That is short from Hubricks.
It's going to be interesting to see on the offensive end for Oakland how they get Trey Townsend involved. It's one of the tougher matchups probably for him, one of the taller matchups that he faced in the Horizon League with Brandon Noel. Really good player in there. Be interesting to see if they can, because again, they struggled shooting so much from three-point range. They need to establish that inside game.
Rocket Watts, left wing, steps into the three. Will not fall. Rockets' first attempt. Knoll with another rebound. Finke, the bounce pass to Welledge. And Welledge will knock it down from the Horizon League logo. That was Wright State in a nutshell, Tony.
Yeah. Their offense is smooth. They're a tough team. And again, Oakland's coming off a tough game defensively against Detroit Mercy, and they're not going to be able to get away with giving up what they gave up the other night if they want to win this game. And this is a huge game for Horizon League tournament seeding.
Jalen Moore lays it off for Keaton Hervey. Hervey steps through and scores it.
That's tough work there by Hervey. Big-time play.
And right at Tim Finke. Got it to go. Welledge passed up the three to go to Knoll. Knoll jump hook, rattles around. No, but it's tipped up and in. Boy, Knoll went to work.
Yeah, he beat Townsend twice on that end.
Big guys love that, too, the little tip in, because that's an offensive rebound and a bucket.
Exactly. 2 for the price of 1.
He's got 5 points and 4 boards. Rocket Watts, mid-range jumper, missed everything. And that's out of play, and that will take us to the under-16 media timeout. 14:37 left here in the first half. The Raiders with an 11-8 lead. And there is Jalen Moore. Just 2 regular season, 1 and 3/4 regular season games left. Whenever he walks out that door for the final time, Tony Paul, you cannot question if he gave everything he has physically, because the answer is yes.
You know, you talk about so many of the big-time Oakland players who've come over here, especially in recent years. You talk about Kay Felder, you talk about Jamal Cain, you talk about Kendrick Nunn. Obviously, the latter two are just, doing well in the NBA. But Jalen Moore, I mean, the three years here, I mean, he's given it everything he's had, and has had an absolutely tremendous career here at Oakland.
A.J. Braun gets the bucket on the other side. Wright State up by 5. Chris Conway into the game for the Golden Grizzlies. Blake Lampman backs it out.
Yeah, this might be one of those 2 big days for Oakland. 2 bigs.
Lampman can't get that step back 3 to fall. Didn't really look comfortable shooting that one. Here's Trey Calvin. He usually looks comfortable shooting. Right side 3, speaking of looking comfortable. Hubricks knocks that one down. He's got 7. Just like that, Wright State on a 7-0 run in the last minute 10.
It's going to be interesting to see tonight how Oakland responds to that pretty demoralizing loss to Detroit Mercy.
Jalen Moore's 3 is too strong. Conway tipped the rebound into the Wright State bench.
Greg Campy wasn't happy about it. Nobody on that Oakland roster was happy about the game against Detroit Mercy. And Greg Campy talked with you about it on his radio show on Monday, that he was going to run the heck out of them at practice on Tuesday, practice like it was October, and send a message that this is the time of year you can't accept performances like that.
No, the bounce pass into Braun. Braun double team, tried to step through and was fouled by Osei Price.
That's some awfully good defense there. Tough call.
Braun had 17 points, 8 rebounds against Youngstown State. And in the matchup earlier this year in Dayton, he had 15 points with 9 boards and was 7 of 10 from the floor. Braun, the 51% free throw shooter, knocks that one down. Will Shepard comes in for Trey Townsend. Second free throw good for Braun as well. 10-point lead for the Raiders. Golden Grizzlies haven't scored in just about 2.5 minutes. Will Shepard picks up his dribble, hands it off to Blake Lampman. Conway in the paint, his jump hook's off the heel. Rebound swallowed up by Noel. Boy, Noel's got 5 with 6 rebounds already.
Well, Wright State as a team has 8 rebounds. Oakland just has 3. Not shooting well, not getting rebounds. Not a good combination tonight for Oakland.
That shot wouldn't fall for Noel that time. And here come the Golden Grizzlies, down by 10. Jalen Moore shaking, baking, stepping through. Shot won't fall. Will they call it on the floor? They do.
I don't understand that. Seemed like he was in the shooting motion to me, but more and more they seem to call those on the floor.
That's what Jalen Moore's saying right now.
I'll tell you, there's nobody better at drawing fouls than Jalen Moore. He's darn good at it.
He has made it an art form.
He really has.
Jalen Moore rips down the lane again, and he will go to the free throw line this time.
I was over at Callahan Hall yesterday talking to Mike Davis and Mike Davis Jr., and we were talking about Jalen Moore because, you know, Antoine Davis has not been called. There's not been a lot of fouls called against defenders with him, and there's been some frustration with that. And he said, well, you know, and they said, well, Jalen Moore gets called all the time. I said, Jalen Moore knows how to sell and knows how to draw the contact. It is an art form.
Jalen Moore will knock the first free throw down. Interesting to note, too, in that game down in Dayton, the Golden Grizzlies went to the free throw line just 5 times in that contest. I will go out on a limb and say they go to the free throw line more than 5 times here today.
All right, we'll hold you to it.
All right. Golden Grizzlies 1 for their last 8 from the floor, but Jalen Moore stops the scoreless drought with a couple of free throw makes. Jalen Moore's got 8 points. He's the high man in the game. Keaton Norris in for the first time, picks up his dribble, finds Finke, beautiful bounce pass. Shot was too strong from Braun, and Watts will pick up the loose ball.
Oakland got fortunate there. Conway lost his man, and Wright State missed the bunny.
Conway lost control of that basketball. Here comes Hubricks with it. Into the post, Braun.
Nice. He made up for it there.
And that one sent back. And here comes Rocket Watts, muscling his way through, and Rocket Watts will go to the line. But not before we go to the under-12 media timeout. Chris Conway, like an undercooked steak here. 2-time All-Horizon League first-team performers. Got a really, really good look at making that a 3-time. Rocket Watts at the line.
No, there's no question he's going to be first team.
Rocket gets the first free throw to go. He missed a couple of games in the concussion protocol. And he was severely missed, especially defensively. Never gets the credit he deserves for being the on-ball defender that he is. And there you get a taste of it there, right up in Tim Finke's grill. Here's Trey Calvin. Amari Davis in the game for the first time. His role has really shrunk for Wright State. He was a Horizon League Freshman of the Year during his time with Green Bay. Amari Davis has it, steps into the mid-range, and knocks it down.
Really good ball movement there from Wright State.
That's Amari Davis's game, a tremendous mid-range shooter. Came into this game 0 for his last 6 from the floor. That one looked pure. Keaton Norris backing down, ripping through. Shot won't fall. Put back up and in, and one. He went to work against Amari Davis that time. He just was not going to be denied, Tony.
No. Well, he was fortunate that he missed the first shot so bad it came right back to him. But no, that's tough, and that's good to establish some inside game. Look at the numbers. I mean, Oakland's not a good three-point shooting team. They should be. They're not. And establishing that inside game and going to work there is going to, they're going to need to do that to win this game.
There's Keaton Hervey, old reliable. He's got 5 with a couple boards. The Golden Grizzlies back within 5. It doesn't feel like it, but they are. Amari Davis steps into another mid-range jumper. That's too strong. Keaton Hervey with another board. Here's Rocket Watts. Hervey, top of the key, 4-3. Off the front rim, it wouldn't fall. There's Keaton Norris. This is a 4-on-1 break so nice. On the other side. A two-hand jam by Brandon Knoll.
So pretty.
Knoll now with 7 points, 6 boards. We've only played 10.5 minutes. Double team comes to Trey Townsend. He spins out of it. Muscles that shot up. It will not fall. Knoll with another rebound. Calvin pump fake. Now he'll fire the long 3. Missed it off the heel. Here comes Jalen Moore. Golden Grizzlies, one of their last 8. Hervey steps through. Hervey wanted the basket. You get those in the NBA, Keith. Let's not play here.
If Jalen Moore wasn't called for in the act of shooting before that, I don't think he's going to get that one. Good try, though.
That is the 5th team foul, however, on Wright State.
5th team foul. In for Wright State.
Alex Hubrick's now with 2 fouls. Trey Townsend off the inbound. Jump shot will not fall. Golden Grizzlies, one of their last 9. Rocket Watts reaches in and knocks it away. Jalen Moore will take it all the way and lay it up and in. Rocket Watts causing some problems defensively.
Yeah, they're going to need that. They're going to need that tonight. This is a very good offensive team.
Catch and fire jumper is knocked down by Andrew Welledge. Welledge had 11 points against the Golden Grizzlies in the Horizon League tournament last year. Wright State up by 7. Nice drive pass. And kick. Lampman 3. Spins out. Townsend offensive board. Townsend bumped on the way up. He'll go to the free throw line. Knoll hit with that foul. That's his 2nd, Tony.
That's a big deal here. Yep. He's going to come out of the game now.
But Rocket Watts going to work.
Yeah, he might have. He did go to work. He had a nice swipe at that one, but Oakland will take it.
Number 4, Trey Townsend.
Trey Townsend, in the meantime, at the stripe, left the first one short, but it found its way in. That's all that matters. Brody Parker in for Rocket Watts. So Knoll will get a seat on the bench. Let's note those rebounding totals now. See if Oakland can put a dent in Wright State on the glass.
Well, the funny thing is, you look up and it's actually only 11-10 Oakland,
right.
But Knoll's got 7 of them though, and now he's on the bench with 7 rebounds and 7 points. We'll see how long he takes a seat for.
Norris fires a 3. That will not fall. And there's a rebound. Jalen Moore got the board, but had it poked away. Finke, beautiful backdoor cut, up and under layup, will not go for Welledge. And here come the Golden Grizzlies again. Jalen Moore, Hervey, left corner 3. Will not drop. Amari Davis pulls up, mid-range, pure.
Oakland's 3-point shooting just continues to be a problem, Neil. I hope you don't get paid by how many times you get to say, of course. been a light year.
It has. You too can sponsor a broadcaster for just $3 a month. Brody Parker, he tried to help the cause, but that one wouldn't go also.
Just shoot for 8 now from 3 for Oakland. Just struggles continue.
Davis bounce pass, Finke baseline jumper. Good job by Blake Lampman keeping A.J. Braun off the offensive glass. He didn't get the rebound, but he did the job.
Yep, absolutely. And
Jalen Moore around the ball screen. Irby rips through, double clutches, and scores.
What a move. You know, Jalen Moore's the senior who's been here 3 years. Keaton Irby's the other senior. He's only been here 1. But, man, he just does everything well.
Right.
You know, just doesn't do anything spectacular, just does everything well. And if you're a college basketball coach, you'll take 5 guys who can do everything well.
A.J. Braun will send it out. Norris, 4-3. That's off the front rim. Here's Brody Parker with it. Some momentum now for the Golden Grizzlies. And Brody Parker threw it away.
That'll drive you nuts if you're Greg Campy.
Coach Campy stunned, and that will take us to the under-8 media. Like them.
You don't have a dog?
No.
Oh, man.
My daughter's on me, too, to get one. And
dogs are the best.
just don't want to deal with it, man. I'm sorry.
That's sad, you know.
It's not that I don't like them.
You're telling us a lot about yourself right now.
Amari Davis, his jumper from the left elbow would not follow. Save Price with the board. The Golden Grizzlies get a stop after the turnover.
You know, they picked it up a little bit on defense, and they're only down 5 points, even though Oakland's just shooting 28.6%.
Lampman rhythm dribble. That one won't go.
Check that, a little less than 28.6% now.
2 for 9.
27.3%. They're still in this ballgame because they've stepped it up on defense.
Left corner, Welledge. His 3 won't fall. Finke was locked up.
You're going to get Conway, I think.
Keaton Hervey will get hit with the foul.
Oh, interesting. Second foul for Hervey.
Coach Campy lets him know that. You have 2. That's the 4th team foul on the Golden Grizzlies. 6 on Wright State. Jalen Moore knocked it away.
Good play.
And he will come away with it. No, he won't. Yes, he will.
He saves it. That's such hustle.
Never count out Jalen Moore.
Get those gold and purple shoes again tonight.
Hervey on the left wing. Shot clock's down to 10. They're trying to find Chris Conway. Conway will set the ball screen. Hervey lost his footing. And here come the Raiders now. Davis goes to Welledge. A.J. Braun double teamed in the paint. Finke has a mismatch against Moore. We'll go to Welledge left side for 3. And that one won't go. And Wright State, we're talking about the Golden Grizzlies from behind the three-point line. The Raiders are 1 for 8, and that's what's keeping Oakland in this game.
Well, the defense has been pretty good, and you got to start with Keaton Hervey. Look, he fell on the other end of the floor down there. Transition for Wright State. Hervey gets all the way back and cuts off Welledge on the first look to kind of stunt their offense a little bit. That's big-time hustle by Keaton Hervey.
Jalen Moore with the jump stop had the ball go off of him and out of bounds. Trey Townsend comes in, replaces Chris Conway. See if they can get Trey going. I know they're doubling the post every time he touches a ball, but see if they can get Trey going.
You know, look, Hervey's gotten in there.
You don't want this guy to get going. And I knew that shot was going in the second he rose up for it. Trey Calvin knocks that one down.
Well, you just know everything, don't you, Neil?
Well, you get the feeling for that.
Yeah.
You let Trey Calvin get loose, you got problems.
When are you going to have a feeling that Oakland's going to make a 3?
The next one's going in.
Uh-oh. You heard it here first.
Yep.
Or she said that last game, and that was not true.
Trey Townsend doubled. He'll go up with a jump hook. That will not fall, and it's out of bounds off of Wright State. And we will go to the under 4 media timeout. Golden Grizzlies haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. And goes out the way that pretty much every season has ended as a champion. And you can't say enough about Pete Hovland in this Golden Grizzlies swimming and diving program.
I wonder if you stacked all those conference championship trophies up, how high they would go. go a ways.
There's not even room for him everywhere
I know,
around here.
I know. There you go. You mentioned it. Trey Townsend needs to get going, and there he is right there. First bucket of the game.
Townsend with the little half hook, and the Golden Grizzlies back within 5 again. Trey Calvin gets to the cup and scores. Just like that, Calvin's got 4 in the last minute and a half. Jalen Moore, left wing 3. He knocks it down. Jalen Moore now with 13. If you just listen to me, Tony, you need some tax advice or anything?
You were honest to me. You promised me they'd make the next 3, and sure enough, they did.
Amari Davis won't get that one to fall. Keaton Hervey picks it up. You need some help with your taxes or something, Tony? Anything else you need tonight?
No, I'm good there.
You're good? All right.
I'm good there. Why don't you
Moore.
tell me what seed they're going to get in the Horizon League tournament? That would impress me.
I'm not a physicist. I can't help you on that one. Trey Townsend goes up. Jump hook is short. It's challenged nicely by A.J. Braun. Here comes Trey Calvin. Finke rips through, kicks it out. Well, it steps into the 3. And Trey Townsend had it knocked away by A.J. Braun out of bounds. So the Golden Grizzlies do get another stop.
Look, they're holding Wright State to 40%, which, you know, you could say, oh, that's still 40%. Wright State's dang near a 50% shooting team from the field this year because of those big men. So Oakland's getting it done a little bit on defense. They need to find a spark offensively. Jalen Moore, so far, as he tends to do, is providing it right now.
He's been a little more loud than he typically is about it this game.
Now, he's taking some threes that I don't think he would have shot a couple games ago.
Blake Lampman with it. Pull up mid-range from Blake. It's too strong. Braun with another board.
Blake's shooting woes continue. He's 0 for 4 now. He's just had a really, really tough stretch of games.
Braun against Conway. Help comes from Rocket Watts.
He just beat 3 guys.
He did. (32-26) Wright State. Minute 33 left. Jalen Moore hesitates and drives. Gets it back from Conway. Rocket Watts will drive baseline and lay it in. Boy, that was an athletic take from Rocket Watts. He came flying in from that wing.
That was pretty.
Braun, the pump fake, had that swatted by Conway.
By Conway. Had a couple big plays on that end of the floor today.
Golden Grizzlies down by 4 and with it. Jalen Moore slices through. Shots
Another
too
big
strong.
play.
Conway will put it back up and in and one.
Big time minutes from Chris Conway tonight.
Jalen Moore driving. He wanted to call, but Finke tried to grab on Conway, and Chris Conway looking for 3 the old-fashioned way. Wright State led by as many as 10 in this first half. Golden Grizzlies have cut it to 2. Conway can't get the free throw to fall. First miss from the stripe for the Golden Grizzlies. They're 7 of 8.
You shoot 32% from the field as Oakland's done in the first half, and you're down by 2 against a pretty good Wright State team. You got to feel pretty fortunate about that.
Against a Wright State team that's only turned it over twice as well.
Yeah, you've made life difficult for them, particularly on the inside there. Conway's come up big down there. Trey Townsend's played some good inside defense, and then Rocket Watts is doing what he typically does.
Trey Calvin pulls up, fadeaway, spins out. Conway corrals the board.
You limit him to that shot all night, you'll be happy. Almost went in, but that's a tough shot.
Jalen Moore around the screen, has a switch with Finke. Jalen Moore backs it out. Golden Grizzlies working on the clock. Shot clock is down to 10. Moore gets a ball screen. Goes to Rocket Watts and put a little too much mustard on the hot dog. Threw it away. Turnover for the Golden Grizzlies, ill-timed with 9.5 seconds left. Brandon Knoll will come back into the contest.
That's the other big thing. You get Oakland back in this game. Knoll's been on the bench for about 8 minutes. with the 2 fouls. And Oakland's cut into this.
Here's Trey Calvin.
Travel.
And a travel. Boy, Wright State turned it right back over, and Scott Nagy just kind of shook his head and walked away. And now Noel will come back out.
Kentucky ending the regular season here at the arena on Saturday.
So here we go. Trey Townsend will inbound to Jalen Moore. 3.5 seconds left. Here comes Jalen. Pull up 3 at the buzzer. Will not fall. And the Golden Grizzlies will go to the halftime.
Could have been worse, Neil. Could have been worse for Oakland. No doubt about that.
So 32. Welcome back inside the arena, ready to roll for the second half of action. Neil Rule, Tony Paul back with you, 32-30. Wright State has a lead. Tony had an opportunity to talk to Greg Campy right after the first half.
Yeah, no, I talked to Greg really briefly right as he came out for halftime, asked what they need to do. He said, look, we need to shoot better. That's the bottom line. It's been the story so much this year for Oakland. But he told me, he's like, we just held one of the top scoring offenses in the Horizon League to 32 points, and we're trailing at halftime. We got to shoot better or we're going to lose. Pretty simple.
Golden Grizzlies turn it over on the first possession. Here's Brandon Knoll into the paint. His jump hook climbs over the front of the rim. It is just a different game when Brandon Knoll is in there for Wright State. Knoll now with 9 points and 7 boards.
No, that's when they were able to cut the gap, Neil, when he was on the bench. Now that he's back, that's a tall task for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
Trey Townsend on a ball screen goes at Knoll. He's got 2 fouls. Rocket Watts will back it out. Shot clock's down to 5. Jalen Moore's got to go to work. He'll step back. He launches a 3 off the front rim. But Jalen Moore gets his own rebound.
That's what they teach you in elementary school. Follow your shot.
Keaton Hervey with a catch. And the jam off the Trey Townsend dime.
I remember the extent of my basketball career was 7th grade B team, and the coach said, follow your shot. You don't see it that much, but Jalen Moore did it there, saved the ball, got it into Hervey for the dunk. Big basket for Oakland.
Finke on the drive and kick, right corner, all alone. Hubricks for 3, and he buries that one. 42% three-point shooter.
Now, you see, he did not foul his shot because that was never not going in. That was pure.
Yes, it was. Wright State up by 5. Keaton Hervey will flash a double team at him, picks up his dribble, shot clock again down to 7.
They got to move.
Jalen Moore crosses over, gets the rim off the high glass and scores. Big time play by 34.
No problem, Neil. Shot clock winding down. Who's worried?
And Rocket Watts with the takeaway. Rocket Watts.
It just puts it out. I thought, from our angle, it looked like it was going in.
Rocket Watts gets the foul call. And Rocket saying, why aren't I going to the free throw line? He did anticipate the contact and threw it up. May have a case.
Yeah, more and more the last couple of years, you see that call just not, they're a little bit more strict on sending to the free throw on shooting motion.
Rocket Watts on the left wing. Jalen Moore has it. Jalen Moore on top of the Bearhead. And Jalen Moore has it ripped away. Welledge will take it down the floor. Shot won't go, but the follow by Brandon Knoll will. And Wright State extends a lead to 39-34. And right now here at our broadcast location, I'm joined as Jalen Moore will get to the cup and score by the swim and dive coach, though not for much longer here at Oakland. My good friend Pete Hovland. And Pete, very moving tribute. And of course, you guys were honored once again for winning the Horizon League Swim and Dive Championships. A lot to unpack with you. First off, congratulations on a great career, my friend.
Thanks, Neil. I greatly appreciate it. As you can tell, I'm a little raspy from all the screaming and yelling this past week, but I'm sure I'll muster through.
I appreciate you answering the bell. Jalen Moore is fouled on the way to the rim. Very moving tribute to Tom Ford. The Tom Ford Athletic Training Room as well will be named after him in perpetuity. I know T is watching here tonight, so wanted to get a chance to catch up with you. And look, ALS is a monster. There's no doubt about that. Very happy, though, that we were able to give that honor to T. Ford here tonight.
Yeah, what a special moment for such a special person, and very, very fitting. And it's nice walking down that hallway every single day and seeing his name where it should be, right on that wall into that door where he spent 30 years helping all of our student athletes.
No, there is no question about that. And look, you know, people talk about Pete Hovland and your Hall of Fame career, and Greg Campy and his long career, and Eric Pogue's getting long in the tooth, and Paul Rice is getting long in the tooth. I'm not. I'm staying the same age.
Right, yeah.
But no, people always talk about the coaches here. Tom Ford is just as much Oakland as anybody else.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, if you talk to Gary and Bob and the rest of us, Greg, you know, we all say the same thing. He's such an integral part of it that, no, he didn't coach, but in a way he did. And he was just part of that core group with Tracy and all of us. He was so instrumental and so highly thought of and so highly skilled. It's just so special.
Andrew Welledge gets the bucket on the other end. Wright State up 41-38. Talking with Pete Hovland here for a couple of minutes. The video tribute and the on-court ceremony. And the Tom Ford Athletic Training Room will forever be known as such going forward. And, you know, Pete, I have to give it up, too, to the Oakland community, the Oakland Athletic Department, everybody associated with it. That was the right move, and more importantly, it was at the right time.
Exactly, and I'm so proud. Like you said, I'm just so proud that people were able to do that, and they were able to realize, you know, what a special servant, what a special person he was, and that he needs to be, you know, memorialized in this way so no one forgets who he was and what he's done for all of us.
Jalen Moore with the basketball. Golden Grizzlies with an opportunity to take the lead as we're joined here by Pete Hovland for another couple of minutes during the broadcast. Step back three for Jalen Moore. Will not fall. Keaton Hervey had a hand on the board, but the Raiders will come away with it. Stepping through is Noel. He'll get to the cup, but the layup spins out. But, you know, Pete, just talking about it and my relationship with Tom, we were always waiting for bags in the airport together because T came with a lot of baggage wherever he went. That's where you get to know the fabric, right? You know this, traveling with them and things like that. And, again, just can't say enough as that shot is blocked. Once again, T, I know that you're watching. I know that you're listening. And I think I can speak for Pete Hovland when I say we all love you. And there's nothing more to say, man.
You know, and it was right after, you know, in swimming, the winning team, you know, traditionally will take a dunk back into the pool again. And coaching staff as well, and it's something I always look forward to. And I was hoping that they would show this picture that I have of when we won the first national championship in '94, and T was the last one standing on the deck, and all the kids were in the water. T, and before I went in for the last time, I was thinking about Tom, and I think about him every time when I jump in the water because I was never sure if he could swim.
Jalen Moore knocks down the three at the shot clock buzzer to tie the game. Golden Grizzlies coming back. Hubricks fires a three, and he fills it up. He's got 13. But yes, that is T right there. He could swim, right?
I don't know if you could actually call it swimming. He floated and he kept his head above water.
Well, hey, it's like Pete. It's like you either are swimming or you're not swimming, and there's evidence if you're not swimming.
Yeah, I don't know. Tom's probably. I hope he gets a kick out of that because it's always a fun memory every time I jump in the water. Just thinking about how much we miss Tom Ford.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes Welledge with the basketball. That ball knocked out of bounds, and that will take us the under-16 media timeout. Pete, congratulations on a great career, my friend, and to that guy as well, Tom Ford. Thanks for your time.
Fantastic. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate it.
Oh, look at that stash right there, Tony
Where
Paul.
are the Thin Mints? Where are the Thin Mints?
As long as they got the Samoas out there, they'll be all right.
I got to go with the Thin Mints.
Oh, Corey Bird, our producer, says he bought all the Thin Mints, so there are none.
Well, where is he? Where is he? I got to find him. I'll be back.
Wright State with a 46-43 lead. They have the basketball. Noel will step into the three. It was halfway down and popped out. Hervey with the rebound. Jalen Moore will hesitate and drive, and he's fouled on the way to the rim.
What a game he's having. 22 points, Neil, 7 of 14. Beat the buzzer on that three the last time down. Just does it all for this team.
His third straight 20-plus point game, 11th on the season. And again, a big thank you to Pete Hovland for joining us. I did get a text from Tom Ford during the commercial break. He said, I want to hear cakes on the griddle. So we'll see if the Golden Grizzlies can come through for him.
We all love cakes on the griddle. My brother listens. That's his favorite line of yours, so he'll be happy to.
Jalen Moore to inbound out there with Blake Lampman. Lampman the catch and fire three. That one won't go, but Osei Price with an offensive rebound. Out there with Jalen Moore, Keaton Hervey, and Chris Conway. Golden Grizzlies last led when it was 6-5. Hervey makes the catch, steps through, muscles it up and in.
Big time bucket for Keaton Hervey.
46-45. Raiders lead slice to 1.
Yeah, Keaton Hervey's 5 of 10. Jalen Moore's 7 for 14. You take them out of the equation, all of a sudden you're 4 for 20. Everybody else on the Oakland roster right now. And that's what Campy's talking about. Can't score, but somehow, here they are. They're just a point down to Wright State with 12 minutes to go.
Chris Conway hit with his first foul, first on the team. Trey Calvin off the inbound in the corner against Hervey. We'll put it on the deck. Threads a needle to Wellich.
Calvin just 4 points, second leading scorer in the Horizon League.
Osei Price making life hard. Braun fires up the shot, but it will not fall. But he is going to the free throw line, the 51% free throw shooter.
That's 2 quick ones on Chris. Oakland doesn't like that call. I'm not sure I do either. I thought that was pretty good defense. But if you're going to send someone to the line, might as well be a 50% free throw shooter.
He is 2 of 2 and now 3 of 3.
He can't possibly make 4 of 4.
There is Scott Nagy. 3-time Horizon League Coach of the Year. Took the Raiders to a couple NCAA tournaments.
Told you.
And you were right.
Every once in a while.
Nagy spent the previous 21 years at South Dakota State. Took them to 3 NCAA tournaments as well. It's really weird. When Scott Nagy shows up, you seem to go to the NCAA tournament a lot. Weird.
They got their work cut out for him this year, though, if they're going to get back.
And the foul is called on Hubricks. That will be his third. And it will be Oakland's ball when we come back. 11:46 left. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got a good one. 47-45. Jalen Moore, Blake Lampman, Trey Townsend out there on the floor with Keaton Hervey, Wellich, Hubricks, Trey Calvin, Tim Finke, and A.J. Braun for the Raiders. Golden Grizzlies with the basketball. Trey Townsend the catch and the bucket, and we are tied at 47.
Who would have thunk it?
Don't look now, too, but Trey Townsend's got 8 with 5 boards. He's getting it cooking. Hubricks 3 off the left side. Jalen Moore the board.
5 rebounds now for Jalen Moore.
Townsend again to Moore. 4-3 off the front rim. Hubricks in transition, looking to go. Rips
right
through
around.
and lays it in.
Went right around Blake Lampman. Blake was all ready to take the charge there, and he just went right around him.
Hubricks now with 15. He's a high man in the game for Wright State. Played just 3 games last year before a back injury. Lampman's threes off the front of the cylinder. Here's Hubricks again. He's feeling it in rhythm. Trey Calvin.
Good pass.
Fires a bullet into Finke, who catches it and lays it in. Boy, how about Trey Calvin, too? A lot of these times, you see second leading scorer in the league. If they haven't got their points, maybe they force something. Trey Calvin was as patient as could be and fired a strike.
No, absolutely. That was a baseball pass there. I mean, that just reminds you of the line from Lou Brown in Major League. Get that man a uniform.
Trey Townsend fouled by A.J. Braun. It's just the first foul on Braun.
That's the thing. It's like, what can you do if you're not scoring, right? Because there's ways to help your team win. We saw it, a couple games ago against IUPUI last week for Oakland. Blake Lampman was not shooting well. 6 steals helped them win that game. What other little things can you do to help your team win?
Blake Lampman, corner 3. Boy, Blake Lampman.
That's 0 for 7 now. And you don't want to harp on it, but, man, it's been a really, really tough 3 games for Blake Lampman.
It certainly has. Rocket Watts will come back in. And in the paint, not getting the shot to go was Knoll. Golden Grizzlies down 4. They have it. Inside 10 left. Trey Townsend against Finke. Fadeaway jumper from Trey is too strong.
Felt like he settled a little bit on that one.
Trey Calvin bumped by Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore doesn't like the call. That's the second on Jalen Moore. Golden Grizzlies haven't scored in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And Tony, when the Golden Grizzlies have struggled, that sentence has usually followed at some point.
Yeah, it's been one of those years, no doubt about it. They've had stretches like this in just about every game they've played. Good move.
Knoll banks it in.
He's a beast.
He's got 15 now with 9 boards.
It's kind of taken over a little bit for Wright State on that end.
Does have 3 fouls. Trey Townsend with Knoll on him. Jose Price will slice through. Shot clock's down to 10. Jalen wants Trey. Instead will fire the 3. Misses it off the heel. Calvin the board. Finke, beautiful look. Laid up and in by Knoll.
You look up, that's already an 8-point game now. I mean, that's how quick that happens. When you look at it, I mean, outside of, again, Herbie and Jalen Moore, I mean, you look at Blake Lampman 0 for 7, Rocket Watts 1 for 5, Trey Townsend 3 for 9. Just another one of those nights. And when you just have nights like that, then there you go.
Jose Price, Golden Grizzlies had to have it.
Had to have that.
Jose Price delivers it.
But when you have nights like this where you just struggle to shoot like Oakland has, it just puts so much pressure and gives you no margin for error on the defensive end. And when Wright State's got a player like Knoll, and there's Calvin, the second leading scorer in the Horizon League. When they got players like that, you're not going to shut them down for very long.
And we will get a Greg Campy timeout. We'll take it as well. 8:05 left here in the basketball game. Wright State with a 57-50 lead. This is Horizon League basketball. And the Raiders scored 8 in a row.
They're getting it done in the paint, Neil. And, Oakland actually had held their own. It was even points in the paint. And now, just like that, Wright State's got a 6-point edge in the paint. They've gone to Knoll, and then Calvin had the last one. And they're up to a 7-point lead here as Oakland's gone cold again.
Rocket Watts with Jalen Moore, Keaton Hervey, Trey Townsend, Jose Price. Jalen Moore on the left wing. Jose Price will fire another 3. Couldn't get that one to go. And Trey Townsend outran everybody for the board. Rocket
pass.
Watts with the dish to Hervey. Can't get it. Put back, yes.
There you go. One of those stat patterns. Miss one, get the offensive rebound, put it back. Double the fun for Keaton Hervey. He's done it a few times tonight.
He's got 13 with 8 boards. Oakland back within 5. Can they get a couple of stops? Knoll the catch. Knoll too strong.
It's a break for Oakland here. Got to take advantage on the offensive end.
Trey Townsend looked like he wanted a whistle on Knoll. But mission accomplished. They got the basketball. Jalen Moore has it. Shot clock down to 10. Trey Townsend the catch. Trey Townsend the jump hook. Gets it to fall. Trey Townsend in double figures now with 10. And the Golden Grizzlies back within 3. Back and forth we go. Finke fires a 3. Rocket Watts the board. Rocket Watts crosses over. Jalen Moore will back it out to the Bearhead at midcourt.
I go right back to Trey here.
That's what they're looking for. That's what they found. Prime real estate.
Bam.
Jump hook good. Trey Townsend had that bucket before he even caught the ball.
Well, I'm getting good at this gig. Sign me up for another year.
The Golden Grizzlies have sliced it to 1. Double team comes to Knoll. Keaton Norris gives it up. Calvin. Right corner, Norris. Good ball movement. Hubrick steps into the 3 off the heel. Knoll the offensive rebound. Puts it back up and in.
Big time player, make big time play.
Brandon Knoll with a double-double. Give him 17 and 10. He had 14 points and 15 boards against the Golden Grizzlies in Dayton. Top of the key, Rocket Watts. 59-56 Raiders,
right
5.5 left. Jalen Moore, shot blocked from behind, and an offensive foul called on Jalen Moore. And Jalen Moore saying he was in the circle.
I think one ref saw it one way, one saw it the other way.
And Lamont Simpson came over, and they're having a discussion.
The game down the road, Neil. Detroit Mercy hosting Northern Kentucky right now. Northern Kentucky took a big lead in the first half. It is all tied up at Callahan Hall, 50-50. Northern Kentucky will come here on Saturday, while Wright State will go down to Detroit.
Jalen Moore's first free throw will not fall. Antoine Davis with half of those 50 points, and that's math even I can understand. He's got a quarter in that game so far in 30 minutes. Second free throw, Jalen Moore is good. Golden Grizzlies down a bucket.
Yeah, Antoine Davis, not just the Horizon League leading scorer, he's the nation's leading scorer at 27 points a game this year.
And there's a pull-up jumper by Calvin that will not fall. He seemed to settle a little bit for that one. Golden Grizzlies will take it. Yeah, that race has been run. Antoine Davis will be scoring. Hey, he's 4 points per game better. Just about. That's incredible. Here's Jalen Moore. Golden Grizzlies down by 2. Shot clock at 5. Moore steps back. 3. Off the front rim, Keaton Hervey offensive rebound, and he will tie the game.
Did it again. He's got 9 rebounds. I bet close to half of them are offensive boards. He's put 3 of them back for second chance points.
We are all tied at 59, so go to your guy. Noel will kick it out. And losing it out of bounds is Hubricks. Boy, Alex Hubricks has done everything right here tonight. Except for that.
And that was set up by really, really good double-team defense in the paint, shutting Noel off for once. Wright State turns it over. Oakland with a chance to take a lead. They haven't said that much tonight.
Golden Grizzlies last led at 6-4. Rocket Watts, mid-range jumper for the lead. It pops out. Finke the board. Hubricks nearly threw it away. Noel did well to keep it.
They found a guy.
Norris steps into a 3. That won't fall. Here comes Jalen Moore in transition with Rocket Watts. Moore rips through. Some contact. Shot won't go.
He's a wizard.
But Jalen Moore, when we come back, will go to the line to give the Golden Grizzlies the lead. 3:53 left. This is Jalen Moore, the high man in the game. He's got 23 with 6 boards, 5 assists. Jalen Moore can't get the first one to go.
This one on each of his last 2 trips.
One more free throw for Jalen Moore.
He won't miss this one.
He did not. And for the first time since it was 6-4, the Golden Grizzlies have the lead.
That was 5 Diet Pepsis ago for me.
Man, you cutting back?
Yeah.
Trey Calvin with it. And that ball taken away by Osei Price.
Here comes Moore.
Jalen Moore will go to the rim. Layup, no, but the foul is called, and Jalen Moore takes a spill. Finke put him down into the court. Just see it again. Jalen Moore was taking this one the whole way. He collides with some of the people sitting courtside.
Shooting 2 for OU, number 30.
And Jalen Moore right back to the stripe. And Jalen Moore gets the first one to fall. And now Wright State hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Some good Oakland defense, forcing the turnover there.
Jalen Moore makes a pair. Golden Grizzlies up by 3.
You know, can we just cut off Noel on the inside, give them anything they want on the outside here. Make them prove that they can make that shot, but cut off Noel on the inside.
Noel has it against Trey Townsend.
They did. This crowd is into it, Neil.
They are. Left side, Welledge, 3. He knocks it down to tie the game. Andrew Welledge, a 50% three-point shooter.
He drained it. He was pure.
Golden Grizzlies 2-14 when trailing at the half this year. Keaton Hervey with a catch. He's bumped on the floor. And this will be a bonus situation for Oakland.
I think Campy wants a shooting foul.
Tim Finke hit with that one. That's the second on Finke. 9th team foul on Wright State. Just 3 on the Golden Grizzlies, so you know what I'm thinking the next time down the floor here, Tony Paul. You can fill it in. This should be a 1-and-1.
It's the Neil rule trademark theory.
Huge front end, and Keaton Hervey buries it.
That's a big one for Oakland.
Hervey, a 75% free throw shooter. He's got 16 with 9 boards. Second free throw, perfect as well. And Greg Campy calls a timeout. 2:53 left, 64-62 Oakland. We will keep it here. Keaton Hervey, Trey Townsend, Rocket Watts, Jalen Moore, and Osei Price. They've been the guys coming down the stretch. Here we go. Calvin brings it up. 2:49 and ticking left in this one. Rocket Watts locked in, and there's the whistle.
It's all right.
The 4th team foul on the Golden Grizzlies. You may see another one.
Well, and if you're Oakland, you can get a little aggressive on defense here.
Yes.
You've got the fouls to give. That's all right.
And on the inbound,
you can't do that.
Noel shakes free from Trey.
Cannot do that. And Greg Campy is irate, and he should be. That's poor defense on that end for Oakland.
Noel now with 21 and 10 boards. 2.5 left. Trey Townsend wants the ball. He wants to answer that Noel basket. Rocket Watts handoff to Osei Price. Price into the lane. Kicks it out. Moore, 4-3. Of course! Jalen Moore with a big 3.
I've watched a lot of Horizon League basketball this year, Neil, and I don't think I've seen anybody make the big-time shots in the final 2 minutes of a game as Jalen Moore does over and over and over again.
Welledge corner 3. That's off the heel. Rebound deflected. It's out of bounds off of Jalen Moore.
They can review that if they want to. I think they got that call right, though, just from the naked eye. They're going to take
Oakland with a 67-64 lead. Oakland will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Just 4 team fouls on the Golden Grizzlies.
That's key, Neil. You've got fouls to give. Get aggressive on defense here if you're Oakland.
And the possession arrow belongs to Wright State. Welledge with it. Osei Price on him. And that ball knocked away. Jalen Moore picks it up. And Jalen Moore's looking to score. He goes to the rim. No. And Jalen Moore will back it out after getting the offensive rebound.
He just does all the little things so well, all the big things so well, and clutch time is Jalen Moore's time. What a performance he's had tonight, and especially these last 2 minutes.
Trey Townsend with it. He gets to the rim, lays it up and in around Noel.
This crowd is enjoying life right now, Neil.
69-64 Oakland with 1:15 left. Noel left wing to Welledge against Price. Lowers his shoulder, turns, shot short. Foul is called on Osei Price.
2 shots on that one. Boy, I thought this was really good defense, Neil. They might have got him there on the left, but they didn't call it there. Oof. I get it, but man, oh man, that was some good defense. That's frustrating if you're Osei Price at Oakland. And Campy just shaking his head.
And Welch, who is a 91% free throw shooter at the stripe, looks the part, makes that one. 69-65 Oakland with 1:07 left.
You know, look, maybe a bad break for Oakland, but Jim Leland used to tell us in the Tigers clubhouse that you can't chew yesterday's breakfast. It's over. You move on. You got a minute left in this game.
Welch missed the second, and they called it off Oakland.
They're going to review
and
this
they
one,
will
too.
review this one, and I'll tell you what, to the naked eye, this one might have been off Wright State. Let's see.
I think so.
Off Finke. But that's just one man's opinion. I do not have a striped shirt, and Lamont Simpson is one of the best in the business.
That's true.
I have a checkered blazer.
Checkered. I was just checking.
Yeah.
I was just checking. But look, again, if you're Oakland, you got to move. You got to move past that call. You don't like that foul call. You get it. If you don't get this call, you still have a 4-point lead with a minute to go. You still have big-time players, Trey Townsend, Jalen Moore. This game is still in your control. And again, we've talked about it before. Oakland's been in these tight games time and time and time again, and they've won a lot of them. And so if you gotta place your bets on a team to win a game down the stretch when they've got a narrow lead, Oakland's had the experience doing that, and they've gotten it done.
Northern Kentucky has bounced back to take a 59-54 lead down the road at Detroit. Oh, it will stay with Wright State. Wow.
What do we know?
The call stands still. Wright State ball.
So the Raiders will keep it after the missed free throw.
I mean, what a bad break for Oakland. The guy doesn't miss any free throws. He finally misses one, and the ball stays at that end.
Here we go. They inbound to Hubricks. Finke with it. A minute to play. Finke 4-3. That one wasn't close. Trey Townsend tips the board to Price, and a loose ball foul called against Wright State.
And that's 2 shots.
And Jalen Moore will walk down the floor. Wright State with 2 timeouts left. The Golden Grizzlies with 1.
Shooting 2 for OU. The point guard, Jalen Moore.
Moore's first free throw is short.
One more free throw for Jalen Moore.
Moore's second free throw is perfect.
Of course
He's
it is.
got 30.
58 seconds to go. And Oakland wins this game, Neil. They're going to guarantee themselves either a first-round bye or a first-round home game. So this is a big final minute.
Trey Calvin in the paint. His shot's off the heel.
Look at Jalen Moore
comes
going up to
flying
get the
in
rebound.
and gets the board.
He's only given up 8 inches and still comes down with a board.
Jalen Moore has 30 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and he's
And
going
by
back
the
to
way,
the free throw line.
he's going back to his home.
That's his third 30-plus point performance.
All the time, big-time players, big-time plays. Trey Townsend, but most of all, Jalen Moore, again, doing what he's done so many times this season, just making play after play, particularly in crunch time.
Jalen Moore knocks down that free throw. Give him 31. And here's the big one. Can stretch it to 7, and he does.
Possession game now.
Inside 40 seconds left. Trey Calvin with the basketball. Noel will catch, fire the 3, and fill it up.
Ooh, what a shot.
Brandon Knowles got 24 with 10. Wright State had to have it. He delivered it.
Big time play. Got one to give. So you can, after Oakland probably goes to the free throw line here, comes back down the other way, Oakland can tick off about 8 more seconds and ding him for a foul. They're in a really good position here.
Jalen Moore slices across. They get it into Keaton Hervey. Hervey has it. They got to do something with it. Rocket Watts will turn, and Rocket Watts flies up the floor.
He had 3 hands on his back, and they didn't call the foul.
And Wright State's not fouling, and Wellich can't foul him because he'll fall out of the game, and Finke fouls Jalen Moore.
Boy, I think Wright State wanted the foul on Watts. He had a hand on his back, and they didn't get the call.
Well, I was surprised by Wellich, and I didn't think it was a case. Wellich only has 2 fouls. He was motioning like he had 4.
They had Keaton trapped over there trying to get the steal, but they could have fouled him. Then Rocket gets the ball. They tried to foul him, didn't get the call, and that's 14 seconds off this clock.
That was the worst of both worlds for Wright State. Jalen Moore's free throw is good.
Now if you're Oakland, I mean, you get Wright State to half court. I mean, I don't mind a foul. Got one to give.
Second free throw for Jalen Moore, good. He's got 34 with 8 boards and 6 assists. Inbound to Trey Calvin, down to 15 seconds left.
Right there I would have.
Calvin, they'll let him go to the rim. The layup won't go. Jalen Moore with another rebound. And Jalen Moore ahead of the pack. He'll drive it to the rim. No, and he's fouled on the way to the cup. And fitting with 3.3 seconds left, Jalen Moore will put the cakes on the griddle for the Golden Grizzlies.
There it is.
74-68. That one's for you, T. Ford.
Wright State averaging more than 80 points a game, going to be held to 68 points tonight. An impressive performance all the way around by Oakland, but particularly this second half. Tightened up the defense. Jalen Moore kind of took over in the clutch situations. Big time win for Oakland. They're going to see what Detroit Mercy does. Northern Kentucky tonight. Northern Kentucky coming to the arena on Saturday for the regular season finale.
One more free throw for Jalen Moore. He gets that one. Golden Grizzlies up by 7. 3 seconds left. Hubricks has it. Launches from half court. The buzzer sounds, and the Oakland Golden Grizzlies sweep the Wright